Hey guys, welcome back to Polina Stargazer. Today we're talking about two Valentino sandals that gave me completely different experiences over the years. One pair became one of my absolute Miami favorite that I still reach for every summer, and the other pair is honestly one of my biggest designer shoe regrets, even though they're incredibly comfortable. So if you're thinking about investing into Valentino sandals, especially sporty Dad Sandals versus more elegant statement slides, this episode may save you money, disappointment, and also help you understand which styles actually survive real life after years of wear. And if you're watching my previous Valentino episode about my favorite pink Valentino sandals, thank you so much. If not, definitely go watch it after this video, because today's episode feels like continuation of my Valentino journey over the years as a personal stylist in Miami. Miami weather really changes how you shop. We live in sandals here almost year-round. Shoes are not just fashion pieces, they become part of your daily survival. You need something beautiful, comfortable, heat-friendly, humidity-friendly, easy to style, and ideally easy to maintain. And sometimes designer brands create beautiful fantasy shoes that simply do not survive real life. So today I'll show you both sides. One Valentino sandal I absolutely adore, and one I honestly regret buying. And what's funny is the regret pair is actually more comfortable. That's the irony of fashion sometimes. The first pair I want to talk about, this Valentino Roman Stud yellow slides from the Roman Stud collection. Look at this beautiful color. And honestly, every time I look at them, they still make me so happy. This color is pure Miami energy to me. It's vibrant without screaming, bright without looking childish, luxury without trying too hard. And I feel like Valentino as a brand does color exceptionally well, especially during the Purple Puccioli era. Valentino became known for emotional colors, hot pink, bright yellow, rich red, saturated tones that somehow still looked elegant and expensive. These sandals are such a good example of that. The silhouette itself is actually very simple, flat slide, minimal shape, but then Valentino adds those oversized Roman studs and suddenly the sandal becomes recognizable instantly. That's what I personally love about Valentino design philosophy. Even when they do trendy pieces, they still keep femininity and elegance somewhere inside the design. These slides are discontinued now, including this exact yellow shade, which honestly makes me love them even more because they feel special and not overposed anymore. I bought them around 4 or 5 years ago for about $8.95 retail, which at that time already felt expensive for that slides. And I remember standing there thinking, am I really paying almost $1,000 for yellow sandals? But honestly, I wore them so much in Miami that cost per wear became completely worth it. Especially because bright accessories can transform the simplest outfit. Sometimes all you need is white linen dress, tan skin, messy bun, gold jewelry, and one pop-up of the color. And suddenly the entire look feels styled. That's exactly what these sandals do. I usually wear them with neutral outfits because I want the sandals to become the focus. Beige dresses, cream sets, white shorts, oversized jeans, linen pants, soft monochrome looks, but they also look beautiful with similar tones, buttery yellows, pale lime, warm ivory, soft gold. And because the silhouette is elegant and not bulky, they're still feminine, even though they are flat sandals. That's very important to me personally. I don't mind chunky shoes sometimes, but I still want a woman to look elegant, especially in Miami where style is very visual and people notice details immediately. These slides also photograph beautifully. That matters more than people think. As someone who works in fashion and social media, I noticed that certain shoes disappear on camera, while others somehow elevate the entire image. These Valentino slides catch light beautifully because of the gold studs and soft leather texture, especially during sunset or beach lighting. They almost glow, and surprisingly, they are very easy to style casually too. I wear them with denim shorts, oversized white shorts, relaxed jeans, simple tank tops, and they instantly make the outfit feel more expensive. That's actually something I tell my styling clients all the time. You don't always need complicated fashion. Sometimes one strong accessory carries the entire outfit, and Valentino is very good at statement accessories. Now let's talk about comfort. For me, both Valentino sandals are true to size. I'm usually 39 and I took 39 in both pairs. The yellow slides fit me perfectly from the beginning. No break-in period, no pain, no blisters. They're not orthopedic comfort, of course, let's be realistic, but for elegant designer slides, they are comfortable enough for dinners, shopping, brunch, Miami walks, vacation days, especially because the leather is soft. And soft leather changes everything in designer shoes, which actually brings me to the second pair, the pair I regret buying. Let me show you. It's kind of embarrassing to show you because they look like this right now. This is Dad Sandals. Now, before anybody attacks me in comments, let me explain. I actually had many compliments wearing them. People constantly notice them, men notice them, women notice them, clients notice them at work, and yes, they are very comfortable and very stylish. Probably one of the most comfortable luxury sandals I own for long walking days. I mostly wore them at work because as a personal stylist in Miami, sometimes you are literally running around all day. You walk non-stop. You stand for hours, you carry clothing, you go between fitting rooms, you run to stock rooms, you style clients, you walk through giant malls. So comfort becomes extremely important. And these sandals truly performed very well in that category. The platform absorbs impact nicely, the sporty structure feels secure, the straps holds the foot so well. I could survive entire work days in them. But the reason I regret buying them is the material, the technical fabric. And honestly, this is something people rarely talk about in luxury shoe reviews. Everybody reviews shoes when they are brand new. Nobody talks about how they are aged after years, and technical fabric ages very differently from leather. These sandals started developing footprints over time. Dark spots, discoloration, visible wear on lighter areas, especially because mine are light gold, and Miami humidity plus heat plus daily wear made everything worse. That's the problem with lighter technical fabrics. They observe life. And once designers' shoes start observing life, sometimes they never look truly clean again. That's why today, if I had the choice again, I would absolutely buy the fully leather version instead, 100%. Even if leather scratches somehow, it still edges more beautifully and luxuriously than technical fabric. You can see leather develops character, technical fabric develops exhaustion. That's the best way I can explain it, and the frustration part is their sandals themselves are actually cute. I know some people hate Dad Sandals. Some people call them ugly, some people think chunky sandals ruin femininity, but honestly I understand why this trend become huge, because modern women are tired. They want comfort, especially after years of suffering in painful luxury shoes. Fashion slowly moved towards functionality. And Valentino tried to create a more elevated luxury version of sporty sandals. This came in black too, which honestly probably would have aged much better, but I choose light gold because visually they look lighter, softer, more feminine, and easier for Miami styling. Black sometimes feels too heavy in tropical climates. And when these were brand new, they look beautiful, very modern, very expensive, very fashion girl aesthetic. But now after years, I notice every little mark, and honestly desperate for professional cleaning recommendations. Let me know if you have anybody in Miami in comments. I don't want to throw them away because structurally they are still amazing, but visually they definitely age more than my leather Valentino slides. And I think this conversation is important because luxury shopping is changing. People are becoming more intentional, more practical, more aware of cost per wear, especially with designer prices today becoming honestly insane. Almost $900 for sandals back then already felt expensive. Today, many luxury sandals are crossing well over $1,000. So material matters. Longevity matters, maintenance matters, and sometimes the practical sporty shoes surprisingly become less practical long-term than elegant leather slides. That's the irony. Also, let's talk about Valentino as a brand for a moment, because Valentino really went through an interesting transformation over the years. The house itself has always represented Italian glamour and elegance. Valentino Garavani built the brand around sophistication, femininity, red carpet beauty, and very polished luxury. But in recent years, Valentino also became more fashion-forward and youth-oriented, especially through accessories and shoes. The rock star era completely changed the brand identity for many younger shoppers. Those stars became instantly recognizable worldwide. Personally, I think Valentino does a beautiful job balancing edgy and feminine. Some brands become too masculine when they do chunky shoes, some become too trendy, some lose elegance completely. But Valentino usually still keeps softness somewhere in the design. And of course, celebrity ambassadors help make Valentino even bigger culturally. Zendaya has worn Valentino beautifully. Anne Hathaway, Florence Pugh, Jennifer Lopez, Lewis Hamilton, many K-pop stars, and countless runway celebrities. You can see younger girls styling it with oversized denim and sporty looks, and older elegant women wearing Valentino with gowns and tailoring. That versatility is powerful, and honestly, as a stylist, Valentino is one of the brands I still recommend often because it photographs beautifully and usually gives strong visual impact. Especially for vacations, Miami girls love Valentino. Dubai girls love Valentino. Europeans vacation girls love Valentino. The brand has this glamorous vacation energy. Even these yellow slides feel like vacation. Every time I wear them, I feel happier, and fashion should sometimes do that. Not every purchase needs to be logical. Sometimes color itself changes your mood, especially in cities like Miami where sunlight becomes part of your styling. Now, would I buy these exact sandals again today? The yellow Roman stud slides? Absolutely yes. especially because elegant flat sandals are timeless in Miami. And because of this, the shape feels refined enough to survive trends. The chunky Dad Sandals, honestly, probably not in that technical fabric. If Valentino reissued them in a full leather with easy maintenance, maybe yes, because comfort-wise, they are truly amazing. And that's why fashion shopping becomes complicated sometimes. The prettier shoe is not always the most wearable. The most comfortable shoe is not always the best long-term investment. And trends can trick us too. Around that time, Dad Sandals were everywhere. Every luxury house was doing them. Chanel, Prada, Dior, Hermes, Valentino, and suddenly everybody wanted chunky sporty sandals. Sometimes we buy trends because they feel current, not because they actually fit our long-term wardrobe personality. I think that happened to me a little with these sandals. I still appreciate them, I still wore them a lot. I definitely got my cost per wear, but emotionally I connect much more with that yellow Valentino slides because they feel more me. More feminine, more elegant, more Miami, more joyful. And honestly, when I look at my wardrobe years later, the pieces I keep loving are usually the ones that reflect my real personality, not temporary pressure. That's a very important lesson, especially now with social media constantly convincing people they need new trends every month. You don't. Sometimes your best purchases are the ones that instantly feel authentic to you from day one. And honestly, discontinued pieces often become the most special later because not everybody has them anymore. Fashion today became so overstimulated that unique older pieces actually stand out more than the current collection sometimes. That's another reason I still treasure the yellow slides. Also, can we talk about how hard it is to find a good yellow luxury shoe? Especially yellow can look cheap very quickly. Too neon, too mustard, too cartoonish, but Valentina made this shade creamy and elegant, almost like limoncello gelato in Italy. Soft but still vibrant. And pair them with gold studs, it just works beautifully. I think Valentina has always understood romantic luxury. Even when they do modern designs, they still romance. That's why so many women emotionally connect to the brand. Now I want you guys to tell me honestly in comments, which pair would you choose? The elegant yellow Roman stud slides or the sporty, comfortable Dad sandals? And also tell me, are you team comfort or team elegance? I know it's very hard to combine both, you prefer both, but let's say you have to pick your poison because I feel like women constantly battle between those two worlds. And if you own designer technical fabric shoes, please share cleaning advice because I seriously need help restoring these sandals. Also, let me know if you want a future episode comparing Valentino sandals versus Hermes sandals versus Prada sandals for comfort, longevity, and styling. As a stylist who generally wears these shoes for years in real life, I feel like I can give a much more honest perspective than quick unboxing after one wear. And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch my previous Valentino episode about my favorite pink Valentino sandals because those are completely different mood and honestly one of the prettiest Valentino shoes I own. Thank you guys for spending time with me today. And remember, sometimes the shoes that make you happiest are not the trendiest ones. They are the ones that feel the most like you. Have a good one. Bye.